Hi Frugal friends, welcome back to our place for another extreme grocery budget challenge. This week I'm taking my $15 to Aldi to see what I can pick up to feed myself for the next 5 days with just a budget of $15. So if you guys have been around here for a little bit, you've probably seen me do these challenges before, but if you are new, I would just like to say, first of all, welcome. Thank you for spending a little bit of time here with us today. I hope you enjoy today's video. Secondly, I just want to let you guys know that we just use this as a bit of a challenge just to see what we can come up with. I like to try and get a little bit creative. It's also limiting me in what I can pick up, so I have to think outside the box. My family is lucky enough to have the luxury, basically, to eat whatever we would like to. I know that there are a lot of people out there in the community who do not have that luxury, and to you guys, if you are clicking on today's video because you are struggling with food insecurity or you know somebody who is, then I urge you to reach out to the resources in your community who can help. There's a variety of different organizations out there who can help people who are struggling with food insecurity, and they are available to absolutely everybody. You don't need any sort of special requirements to have access to these services, or at least not in Australia. Now, if you are struggling with food insecurity and you don't know who to turn to or where to reach out to for help, then I urge you to go to a website called Ask Izzy, which has been set up to put people in need with the services in their community that can help. Now, what I hope to do with these videos is just to come up with a few ideas that, you know, maybe will help somebody else looking for a cheap meal. I mean, these are designed just to feed myself for 5 days, but basically each meal that I create comes up with 5 serves. So you could use that as a single cheap meal one night for a family of 5. Maybe it's tight ass Tuesday and you're looking for something to come in around the $5 or $6 mark just to save a few bucks. Well, then I hope these videos have a few ideas in there for you to try out. And of course, if you do try any of these recipes, I'd love to know what you think. Don't forget, you can let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Or if you're following along over on Facebook or Instagram, don't forget to tag me in your pictures over there so I can see what you've come up with. All right, well, let's get down to business today. Let's take a look at what I picked up from Aldi for $15. And then I'll show you what meals I pulled together for the next 5 days to feed myself. All right, you guys, well, here is my little $15 Aldi haul. Today we came in just under, so it was $14.77. Unfortunately, I couldn't really find anything else to pop in here to use up the last 20 cents that was there, but I think we've done pretty well, and we're not doing something with oats for breakfast. So for everybody who's commented on that, you'll be very happy to know I'm going to do something different for breakfast for the next 5 days. So a quick look at what I have grabbed. I grabbed a loaf of bread for $1.29. The cheapest packet of eggs that I could get were $3.29 at Aldi. I've got a packet of frozen mixed veggies here for $1.59. I picked up this flavored couscous, which I thought would help add a little bit of flavorings because I am not including any seasonings in this little challenge here. But of course, if you've got herbs and spices at home that you would like to use, then go ahead and do that. But I opted to get a smaller packet of the couscous. It was a little bit cheaper too, so this was $1.39. I could have got a much bigger packet for $1.69, but I went for the flavored option. I've grabbed some cream cheese. This was $2.49. A medium-sized can of tuna there for $1.19 for the tuna. some tomato soup for 75 cents, some lentils for 75 cents, and a big container of fruit salad for $1.99. So that's my $15, and let me show you what I'm going to make for the next 5 days. Breakfast for the next 5 days is going to be eggs on toast with a little bit of cream cheese. So I'm going to use about half, or yes, exactly half of this loaf of bread. In a standard loaf of bread, we have 20 slices plus 2 crusts, so 11 serves if you include the 2 crusts. I'm going to need 2 slices every day for the next 5 days for breakfast, so that's 10 slices. That will leave me half of the loaf of bread to use for another meal. I'm going to use 10 of our 12 eggs, so I will still have 2 left over there, but I'm going to have 2 eggs every day. And I can do either scrambled eggs or fried eggs. I could even do poached eggs if I wanted to. Any sort of way that you like to cook your eggs on toast with some cream cheese. All right, for lunch, we are going to do a couscous vegetable tuna medley, little mix up, and we're going to have some fruit salad on the side. Now, I opted to go for a smaller packet of couscous that is flavored. You can get the much larger box, which is going to go a lot further. It was about 30 cents more expensive. It would still fit within the $15 budget. But I opted to go for this one because it has some additional flavors in this little packet. So the packet itself serves 2, has a recipe on the back to add a few extra bits and pieces and make a chicken couscous dish that serves 4. I'm hoping that we can bulk it out with just a little bit of extra veggies, and with the salad on the side, for the fruit salad on the side, sorry, that's going to be enough for lunch for 5 days. We're going to see how we go. We're definitely going to get 4, see how we go on the 5th day, and if not, I might just be pulling some things together with the bits and pieces that are left over for lunch on day number 5. But let's make this and see how far this goes. I'm going to start by defrosting about half of this bag of frozen veggies, and the reason why I'm going to microwave these is because the couscous itself only takes about 5 minutes to cook. So I'm giving these veggies a head start in the microwave while I get the water boiling for the couscous. Basically, just follow the directions on whatever packet of couscous you have. In this case, it was 160 mils of boiling water. Pop in the packet of couscous, make sure that it's mixed together, and then just let it sit off the heat for 5 minutes. Then, hey presto, it's all done and ready to go. You're going to want to give it a good stir with a fork just to fluff it all up. Then pop through those veggies, which have been defrosted, and mix it all together. I'm then going to put in the entire can of tuna with the oil as well, because I figured that added a few extra calories to this meal and also included some more flavor. I then let that sit on the heat just to heat through, and then dished it up ready to go. So today I'm dishing up my lunch, which you can see over there in the bowl, plus 4 extra serves. What I will say about this dish is that these serves were on the smaller side, which was fine for me because I had the fruit salad to go with it, and I'm not necessarily a huge eater, particularly at lunchtime, but if you wanted to make this go a little bit further, Definitely consider getting just a packet of unflavored couscous, which is going to go a lot further. But this was my lunch and this was fine for me, and I actually really enjoyed this dish. It was full of flavor and tons of veggies, and the fruit on the side just finished it off perfectly for me. I'm going to make another really quick and easy meal, but it's nice and hearty and it is actually quite filling, and it's just a really simple dump and go lentil vegetable soup or stew. So I'm going to use the other half of our bag of frozen mixed veggies. I'm going to drain the lentils. This is a tomato soup concentrate, so it's condensed. So we'll be adding some water to this. Is going to go a lot further. So just keep in mind, if you're not buying a condensed soup or a concentrate soup, it may not go as far, but this is going to make a really big batch of soup, and we're going to have some cheese on toast to go with it, or well, creamed cheese on toast. And this is going to be a nice warm dinner for a cold, wet week. All right, so to get this one started, I'm simply following the directions on my can of soup. This is a concentrated soup, so I am adding 1 can of water to bring it up to the right consistency. I have rinsed and drained those lentils, and I'm going to pop in the entire tin. This is going to make 5 big serves. And of course, I'm throwing in the rest of those frozen mixed veggies. I'm just going to mix everything together, pop this on a low simmer, and let this cook for a good 30 minutes. And that's pretty much all you need to do to get this soup together. It really is a quick and easy dump and go recipe. You could do this in a pressure cooker if you wanted to. It's easy on the stovetop, but it does make a really hearty meal. And once again, we've got our 5 serves. And each day when I heat up my soup, I'm just going to make some toast with some cream cheese to go on the side. All right, you guys, well, there you go. That is the next 5 days done for me. It's all in the fridge. I've just got to pull out lunch and dinner and reheat it. Breakfast I'll make each morning as I go, but I've got enough there to get me through the next 5 days. What I will say is that these portions are a little bit on the smaller size, particularly the lunch portions. I happen to know that that's fine for myself. I'm not a huge eater, but what I would say, particularly with that lunch recipe with the couscous, if you would like to make that, but you'd like to bulk it out a little bit more or make it a little bit more, look at getting that box of couscous rather than the flavored packet. It's going to go so much further, and you'll be able to make a lot more couscous to make that dish go a lot further than the 5 serves that I did. But I've got to be honest, I'm pretty happy with what I came up with for $15 for the next 5 days. All of those meals taste fantastic and will definitely get me through the day. And as always, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you got a few new ideas there. I know a couple of those recipes are definitely going to go into rotation at our place. I really enjoyed doing the couscous with the vegetables and the tuna, and I think that that could be a quick, easy lunch meal that I could do on rotation here pretty often. So if you did enjoy today's video, if you could please give it a thumbs up, I really would appreciate that. It lets me know the kind of content you guys are enjoying and what you would like to see more of. And if you would like to see more videos like this and you haven't already, I do hope you consider hitting that little subscribe button down below. It is the best way to stay up to date with my latest content. Radio, well, I hope you are having a fantastic week, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye.